Good day to everyone. In our last video, we had learnt about what is SDLC, its objectives, and the models available to develop the software. Today, we'll focus on one of those models for developing a software, that is waterfall model. What is this waterfall model? It is one of the basic and traditional model which we use to develop a software. Here you can see that the flow is moving downwards. That is the reason why we name it as waterfall model. You can see that it has got various stages like requirement collection, feasibility study, design, coding, testing, installation, and maintenance. So we'll see what stage by stage how it works. First is requirement collection. What is this requirement collection? Whenever you need to develop a software, you need to know what are the customer requirement first. Only then you can develop a software. This is the method of this is one of the method of collecting the requirement. Who will go and collect the requirement from customers? Whenever customer has a requirement, a person called business analyst or product analyst, they will go to customer, they will meet them, they will understand the requirement, they will discuss with them, they gather the requirement, and they will translate that requirement from business language to software language. This is what the requirement collection means. Next stage is feasibility study. What is this feasibility? In general, feasibility means checking the possibility or capability of doing something or accomplishing something. What this feasibility study has to do with for software developing? Once the requirement collection has been completed, we'll start the feasibility study. It is done by a team consisting of architect, business analyst, finance, HR, developers, but not the test engineers. What these people discuss there, let us see. First is architect. Architect, he's the person who will tell us whether we can take up the project and what kind of technology and tools we need to develop this software. He will help us in doing the technical feasibility review. Next is finance team. They will help us in doing the financial feasibility review, which means whether it will be profitable if we take up the project, whether we are going to get profit margin as expected or not. They will help us to do this financial feasibility review. Next is HR team. What does this HR team do? They will help us to do the resource feasibility study. What is this resource feasibility study? Which means they will check whether we have sufficient number of employees to support this project or not. If they do not have sufficient manpower, then they will need to hire them. They will go to market. They will hire and they will bring them to fulfill the positions for the project. Once this feasibility study is completed, we are going to freeze the requirement and there will be no further changes in the requirement going forward. Next is design stage. Design stage, it is one of the creative phase in software development lifecycle. It has been divided into two types, that is high level design and low level design. What is this high level design? High level design, it gives the architecture of the software product. Software architect, we know that architect is there, he is going to prepare this high level design for the product. Next is low level design. Low level design is prepared by senior developers. Here we will describe how each and every feature of the product should be developed, how it should work. Here only the design will be there, but not the actual coding. Next stage is coding. It is done by the developers. Once the design stage is completed, all the developers they will start building the product. Actual coding starts from this stage. This is the process where we start building the software and start writing the code for the product. Next is testing. Once the development is completed, development team they will give the software for testing team to test it. As a test engineer, we need to verify functionality of an application in order to find the defect in the software. In short, it is the process of checking for all the possible defects in the software. Next stage is installation. Once the testing is completed, then then it will be released. Then we will arrange to release the software to the customer. This process is called as installation. These are done by installation engineers. Here, installation engineers they'll go to customer place. They'll install the software to the customer, and they will guide them how to use it. Next stage is maintenance. Once installation is completed, customer will start using the application. He will use it for a particular period of time. Then if he finds any of the defect in the software, then he will report it back to the development team. The development team will immediately fix those defects. In this stage, bug fixing or defect fixing takes place. In this stage, minor changes like addition, deletion, or modifying of small features in the software can be done. This entire process is called as waterfall model. Now let us see what are all the advantages of the waterfall model. Since the requirements are freezed after the feasibility study, there will be no changes in the design or code or requirement. Hence, we are going to get a stable product at the end of the project development. Next, we'll see what are the disadvantages of waterfall model. First point is backtracking is not possible. In waterfall model, backtracking is not possible. That is, we cannot go back and change the requirement once we reach the design stage. Since the requirement will be freezed after the feasibility review, it cannot be changed after that. Next is customer satisfaction will not be there. Since the requirement are freezed once the feasibility review is completed, the customer cannot change the requirement. So customer satisfaction will not be there here. Next is requirement and design is not tested. Testing is a small phase which we do after coding. Chances are there that there might be defect in the requirement collection only or in the design only. So requirement collection and design stages are not tested here. This is one of the main disadvantage of waterfall model. If we have defect in the requirement only, then we will not be able to get the correct product. Next, we will see the applications of waterfall model. It is suitable for developing a simple application. Whenever we want to develop a small application, then we can go with waterfall model. Next, suitable for short-term projects. Whenever we are developing a short-term projects, then we can go with this model. Next is it is suitable when we are sure that the requirement will not change. Whenever we are sure that whenever we are sure that there will be no changes in the requirement, then we can go with this model. One of the best example for waterfall model is calculator. Thank you for watching our video. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss any of our video or updates. Thank you.